Story 1, Aita, for finding exactly what my boyfriend wanted to find in an open relationship. Sorry for the spelling. Me 31F and my then boyfriend, now ex-Matt 31M, split up about 6-7 months ago. We were together for 6 years, and up until the 5th year, I thought we were very happy. Sure, we had our problems. I am not so good at cleaning, and he wanted me to do more in the household. We did some things together, and I cooked, but most stuff were done by him. I worked more than him and not from home. I wanted to spend more time together. We never went to bed at the same time, and except for watching a movie during dinner, only his picks. I never got to pick a movie, only on my birthday. He would be gaming all the time, and I would just do my own thing. But other than that, I thought we were good. Until one day before my birthday. I came home from my friend's house, and he sat me down and told me he wanted an open relationship. He loved me, but he thought that there was someone out there that he could love more, and that person could make him happier than me. This was because he felt something was missing, and he was feeling like this for 3 months. Now, we talked about getting engaged in these months. He talked about this with his best friend Emily, childhood friends. Now, I have always had the feeling he kind of had a crush on her, but mostly she just wanted to split us up. Everybody that knows her doesn't like her and say she does everything for drama and didn't want to share her friends. So when I heard she kept telling him all the amazing things about an open relationship, and he complained about me to her for 3 months, I was not allowed to read any off it. I already was in therapy because I was not doing well, and this just broke me. I kept begging him to stay with me. Stupid, I know, that if he does love me, then what is the problem? But I would not go for an open relationship. We talked the whole month 1 of my worst birthday. I couldn't stop crying and decides to work on the relationship by figuring out what it was he missed, see if it was something we could work on or not. So I found relationship exercises. 3 months go by, it did not get better. I broke only more by hearing almost daily how I am not enough, how he wants an open relationship, thinks there is someone better. It turned out he didn't do any of the exercises. When I had enough and was too broken to go on, told him I was close to break up with him. He said, "You would never break up with me. You love me too much." I said, "Okay, fine. Let's just do the open relationship for 3 months. We can both figure out what it is that is missing and if someone would make us happier." We made rules, and after the 3 month, we would close it and see if we would stay together or not. I felt so unlovable. But within a day, I had my first date, and it turned out a lot of guys liked me. I went out with some, and they treated me so nice. I felt beautiful again, and I liked to dress up and go to places. He could not get a single date, so he got mad at me and started telling me the only reason I got dates was because I am a woman, and that's it. While all this was happening, my best friend James, 32 Min, went to the same thing with his girlfriend. She wanted to have the open relationship. Told him she was better than him. We really helped each other during all these months, and maybe out of anger to our partners decides at one point to become friends with benefits. But we fell in love. Love I had never felt. I found what M says he was gone look for. Jay is so nice and sweet, tells me every day that he loves me and can't believe he is with me. The moment I found out I loved Jay, I broke up with M. If I can love someone else, I didn't love the first guy anymore. I didn't tell him about my love for Jay, why put salt in the wound, but told him all the things we talked about, and the fact that after 2 months he got a date and broke all our rules was just the last straw. 6 months later, me and Jay are moving in together, so I asked M to come pick up his last things. He started crying when he was here and told me I am a terrible person, that I moved on so fast after 6 years. I made him feel he didn't meant anything to me, and how could I do this to him? He talked about this for 2 hours. He didn't let me speak and then begged me to take him back. He knows how to make me doubt myself and make me feel like a terrible person, which I do. I feel absolute terrible for moving on so fast. I know I hurt him deeply by it. So am I the a-hole for moving on so fast and basically finding what he was looking for in the open relationship. Story 2. Am I the a-hole for telling my wife that she has to take care of the baby all night if needed on our upcoming trip? My M36 wife, F36, is a physician who works in the ER and has a very stressful job. I work from home for an IT company. We have 2 kids, a 3-year-old boy and an 11-month-old baby girl. Because of her work hours and stressful job, I'm taking the workload of taking care of the kids. The boy goes to daycare while I watch the baby all day. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner for the baby, and breakfast and dinner for the boy. I also bathe them both and do bedtime with the boy. Recently, my wife got an opportunity to go to California for a medical conference, and I told her that she can go alone if she wants, and it can be a nice break for her. But she insists on us all going. She said she doesn't need to go, but it will be a fun trip, and she can use that time for a trip as it won't be part of her PTO. Now, I would rather her be home to help me with the kids, but she was so excited to visit as she's never been there. I insisted on her going alone. It will be less stressful for her. She can explore after conference hours. It will suck for me, but at least we'll be in a controlled area, which is our house. There's space, all their toys, kitchen, my desk with a monitor set up, etc., as opposed to the vacation where we'll be cramped in a Hilton hotel room. The kids have never slept in the same room ever, and not only do we have to worry about taking strollers and car seats with us on the flight, which I'll be doing since it will be too heavy for my wife, we have to carry 2 kids. We have to make sure there are 2 cribs at the hotel room, a functioning freezer for my wife's breast milk, activities for my toddler boy, since WTF is he going to do in a hotel room all day while his mom is at a conference and his dad is taking care of a baby while making Zoom calls to work. I've begged my wife to reconsider this, but she said she'll take some conference days off, or she'll leave early if things are overwhelming for me, since it will be down the street from the hotel that we'll be staying at. And I don't know, I'm so exhausted lately, I just gave in and agreed to the trip. But now I'm rocking the baby at midnight, and I'm just fuming that I'm not only watching the baby and the boy during the weekend, she has weekend call at work that she signed up for because it's extra money. I'm also rocking the baby back to sleep. I angrily texted my wife that when we go on the trip, you have to stay up all night to rock the baby or contact sleep the baby in her arms while you stay up all night. She felt really bad and said that she'll swap with me, but she has work tomorrow and I don't, so I said it's fine. But I can tell I made her feel like crap and I feel bad about that. But at the same time, I don't know if I'm actually being an asshole. Am I actually being one? Holy crap, this was a really long post. I'm very sorry about that. Edit. Oh man, I'm getting a lot of responses. I will have a chat with my wife. I really don't want to go on this cross-country flight. Also, I'm getting a lot of worried responses about calling my son the boy. I've been his primary parent and watched every minute of every day since he was born till 1.5 years as I worked from home and took care of him. I call him the boy as a descriptor for this post. And also I was typing this up at like midnight while holding my daughter in the rocking chair. Edit. I'm also getting a lot of responses about childcare. We've been looking for a nanny, and where we are, East Coast nannies have a pay rate of $30 hour, which is not unreasonable as they do a lot, but it's not in our budget right now. Yes, we're both high-income earners, but my wife also just became a doctor, so her high salary started a year ago. Plus, we bought a house in this economy with high interest rates, and our mortgage is burning a hole through our account, alongside daycare costs, student loans, repayments, etc. So I'd rather take the hit and keep her home, as opposed to paying $57 a year for a nanny. I guess we could put her in daycare, but she's too little for that, IMO. My job has great flexibility in that there's a lot of downtime and I can do my work at nights when they sleep, so I figured at home care is good for now.